I'm at a very historic town today. That's one of the oldest forts in the province, but there's also a very old historic river here, a river that borders that fort in behind, and that river, when the tide goes out, the whole river drops 6 feet, at least, probably more, I'm not sure how much, but it exposes the river bottom and you can just go out and poke around, and I'm going to go down there a little later when it's low tide and see what I find. It may just be shards, but they're very interesting shards. I've been here before. So we'll see what happens a little later. Bye. I'm on the river this morning. The tide is way down. I said 6 feet. It's probably more like 10, 12, even more. I'm not sure how much. It's a beautiful day. I'm here where there used to be an old wharf. See the structure. You can kind of see the structure in the water. So I'm just mudlarking, just poking around. I found a couple of pieces of broken pottery, big pieces. And I just found this. There's embossing. Right there, that could say seal. I don't know. It might be, yeah, it might be some kind of, it's small. I mean, it's not a milk, but that says half. So I don't know what it is, but I'm going to keep poking around. I'm going to walk way, way up. I'm just going to keep going up. The tide is not at its lowest point. It'll probably go down a little bit more. It's about half an hour to go. So we'll see what happens. There's the old town. And yesterday when I gave that shot of the old fort, that right there, those hilly mounds, are the outside of that fort. And this town dates back hundreds of years. A lot of battles fought at that fort. And apparently, I don't know if it was 60s, 70s, but sometime in the not so distant past, somebody was down here poking around on the shore and literally found a skeleton with a military uniform on it. A deserter had come down, and maybe he was drunk, I don't know, but something happened to him and he died down here, and the tide just kind of covered him up, and 250 years later he was found still in his uniform. So you never know what we're going to find here today. Hopefully it's not going to be a skeleton, but let's see what happens. My bag is filling up with shards. I just have a shopping bag there. It's filling up. I'll show them to you later. But here's a nice piece. Old as the hills. Thick, old. Beautiful. I mean, it looks black to me. It's just totally black. Black. Wow, that's a nice piece. As you know, I have a big shard dish, and I'll take home the interesting ones and add them to the dish. I'm not taking them all because they're literally everywhere, so I'm taking the ones with a little bit of interest. Nice. Well, I didn't find anything whole, but there's all the shards that I dug today, that I pulled out. I mean, I'm probably going to leave most of them here, but as you can see, there's just some really pretty little pieces. There's that bottom, some embossed stuff, of course. That I don't know what any of it is. That was a nice one. Just all shards. It's fun. You keep hoping you're going to pull something great out, and it's definitely possible, though I didn't today. This is kind of neat. It's like a pottery, but it looks like it had cloth over it. You can see the impression of the cloth. I don't know if that's going to show on camera, but that was really interesting, I thought. And it's very rough. It's just very odd. Anyway, it was a lovely way to spend an hour, and I'll talk to you again. I'm digging this hole. It's a location I've never dug before. I just started coming up with all these shards. This really nice top. Some kind of oil. See there? I just pulled this. And I gotta tell you, I'm flipping out because this is my yard. I pulled down, we had an old hutch here for a rabbit, and we pulled it down just this past weekend. There's the shingles from the top of it. I'm literally in my own yard. This, though, is a 200-year-old rock wall, runs the entire length of the property. And years ago, what got me into bottle digging was I found a hutch, a Felix J. Quinn hutch, just up there beyond kind of where the garbage cans are. I pulled it right out of the rock wall. I saw the blue glass. I said, "What's that?" I pulled it out. I didn't even know what it was. I had to research it, and that's what got me into it. And here I am at the base of this rock wall, just pulling out shards. I can't believe it. And this is literally, you can see, there's the grass, here's the dirt. This is exactly where the hutch, the rabbit hutch and the little rabbit pen was. So I'm really excited. I just can't believe it. So hopefully I'll find something whole. I mean, those two tops are nice and they're encouraging. So let's hope I find something. I've been digging the crap out of this place. I've got my yard totally dug up. Anyway, I haven't found anything old, but just such interesting shards. I mean, I couldn't stop. Once I got going, I couldn't stop. I was just digging up such nice shards. I haven't found anything old, but boy, I mean, it looks like a dump for sure. This is the most interesting one. That would have said registered. Termanu, I don't know what that is. And then down there, there's the X at the end of Halifax. And there's the NS for Nova Scotia. I mean, honestly, that could have been a hutch, because this is where I found a hutch, just kind of 10 feet up this wall. Nice piece of blue. Handle for something. So, I mean, this had to have been some sort of dump, but I just can't find anything even remotely whole. Look at that. Look at that, some sort of bird there. Isn't that pretty? I'll keep that one. I'm going to put a little rock wall along here, so I don't mind the fact that I dug it up. I was going to kind of do that anyway, but I mean, it just kind of gives me incentive to, if I find an area that feels glassy or there's a few pieces, I'm going to dig the crap out of it, you know. It doesn't matter that it's my yard. It's good that it's my yard. I can dig it up if I want to. So that's a lot of shards for this little area. Anyway, I was really excited. I couldn't have been more excited considering it's my yard. I could just dig the crap out of it if I wanted to. So it was fun, but now it's time to get serious and get back to work. So I hope to get out to a dump over the next couple of weeks. It's going to cool down, so that's good. So hopefully everybody's doing good, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. So I go to the shed, get the big shovel out. I'm kind of excavating this, leveling it off. I'm going to put the rock wall up. I got a bunch of rocks here to put up. So I'm digging. Of course, I'm still pulling shards. I kind of put all those ones that I'm going to keep, have a better look at. So I'm pulling shards. I'm tunneling underneath this bank, and I pull this out. I don't know if you can see it there. I pull it out. I think it's going to be another shard, obviously. I believe it's whole. It's absolutely whole. Let me try to put it in the shade. Oh my God, it's embossed. It is embossed. It's whole. It's whole. Henry Jonas and Co. Montreal. Established $1870. Oh my Lord, I've never heard of that company. I can't believe I pulled a whole bottle out of here. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm in shock. I'm in shock. I was coming to work. I cleaned all that up. I was coming to work and I pulled the whole bottle. I'm going to have to literally excavate this entire area. Oh my God, that's incredible. That's bottle number 2 I found on this property, an old bottle. I'm not surprised because this is a very old rock wall, runs the entire length of the property. Put up 200 years ago. All these houses around me, probably 6, 7 houses, all those houses, including this, were encompassed in the first property, which, you know, stretched at least 10 properties. What are 10 properties now? That's incredible! What a day! I mean, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Well, I can't work now. I'm going to have to kind of at least dig a hole here, see if I can come up with anything else. I'll get back to you if I do. The location of the dump, that's what it looks like now. I tore it up and I couldn't find anything else. It was fun though.